What's up, y'all? So today, it's gonna be a few topics that I'm gonna talk about. Got a lot to get into, so we're just gonna get started with it. The first thing that I want to touch on is I have people telling me, well, they're not even telling me. They don't, they don't talk to me. And just remind you, it's people I don't even know, people I haven't even met before, people I met like once maybe. But it's people telling my friends and stuff like, hey, y'all should tell your homeboy like to quit music, stop making music because it ain't it. Like he ain't it. And when I hear stuff like that, I love hearing stuff like that because it just adds motivation to me. It's like, man, God put people on this earth for two reasons: to love and to hate. So if you ain't giving out the good energy, then you're giving out the bad energy. So it's people here that's meant to hate. Like it's people here that your job is specifically to hate. And like without you, people like, musicians and people who athletes, people who just whose career is based off of like, you need motivation. It's like, what will we do without you? Like it's people here to hate. Like for all my people watching, for all y'all who have goals, for all of y'all who set goals, for all of y'all who have plans and have life goals and stuff, it's going to be people who tell you like you can't do it, or people who tell you you're crazy, people who, there's always going to be people who are going to discourage you. And when I hear people who try to discourage me, I love it, bro. I love it. I'm telling you, I love it. And yes, I love people who support me. I love people, the fans, my family, my friends who do support me and know that I be working hard, I be grinding every day. But at the same time, it's not like, I'm not here missing motivation, but it's always that extra fuel, man, that extra push that's like, all right, yeah, that's what I needed. That's what I needed. And I love people who doubt me, man. I love people who tell me my music ain't good. And don't get me wrong, like I know that not everybody's gonna like my music. Like that's just what it is. Not everybody likes one artist. It's gonna be people who, my favorite artist is Young Thug. Young Thug. There's a lot of people who don't like Young Thug, and there's a lot of people who do. Music is, based off of opinions. It's based off of what you like. And I know it's not gonna be people who, everybody's not gonna like my music. And I was saying all that to say, like, back to the original point. First of all, for the people who telling me to quit, you don't even know what it is that I do. Like, you can't tell me to quit and you don't even know what it is that I do. So let me elaborate on that. I don't make music for you. Like, I don't make music for you. I make music because I just solely enjoy the process of making music. I enjoy the process of watching Cab and Daro, my two producers, make a beat from scratch. Now, you don't even understand that. Let me explain what that means. For you to make a beat from scratch, you have to start off with nothing. You literally start off with nothing. You hear it on the computer. You start off with an idea. You start off with an idea. Then they make, the drums, the melodies, and it starts coming along. It's like, you don't even appreciate. And I'm pretty sure everybody watching, y'all listen to music. Everybody listens to music. Everybody in this world listens to music. And for the people telling me to quit, it's like, do you even know the process? So let me explain the process. Like I said, you start off with nothing. For the people that tell me to quit, like, let me see you start off with nothing, and let me see your finished product, and let's see, we're all gonna judge you, and let's see what we think from there. But going back to the process, you have the producers who make the beat from nothing. So let's just say in this instance that my artist side in this hypothetical situation just falls through. I suck as an artist. I can't rap. I can't spit. My flows is horrible. My lyrics is horrible. Let's just say as an artist, I didn't succeed. But I know how to record myself. I'm a recording engineer as well. So even if my artist side fell through, I can go to a studio. I can go and buy a building, rent a building, put a studio in there, and have artists come in. I can charge them for recording. My recording skills and my recording level right now, that I could probably start at 40 an hour. And just a disclaimer, I'm not trying to brag. I'm very humble. I don't brag. I'm a very humble person. But it's always people that like this that just get me a little bit riled up. So now I gotta explain what goes on. So like I said, let's just say my artist side fell through. I can go open up a studio and record 6 artists a day for 40 an hour. What kind of job are you working for the people that's telling me to quit? You making something like that? No comment. So, but you know what? Let's just say in this hypothetical situation, my artist side fell through and my recording engineer side fell through as well. There's also a third part to it. You have the mixing engineer. I also take on that role when it comes to my music. So I'm not only the artist, I'm not only the recording engineer, but I am also the mixing engineer. The mixing engineer is the one who makes everything sound good. You have to do all the technicals. And I can speak terms that and again, I'm not drilling everybody watching this video. I'm just drilling the people who told me to quit. So don't take offense to it unless you're the ones who's discouraging me. But for the ones who do that, like, I can go explain mixing engineering and you wouldn't even know what I'm talking about. You wouldn't even know the terms and the stuff that I use. So it's like, you're telling me to quit, but you couldn't even wrap your head around the whole music process. Like, let me see you try it. I'm not going to criticize somebody and I can't even do what I'm criticizing them on. Like, you know, I'm an NBA fan, I'm a basketball fan, and I'm looking at it and, I get into it because I'm passionate about, basketball and stuff, but I'm not going to just go and say, hey, LeBron, bro, you should give it up. Like, it ain't it. And he going to tell me, all right, let's play one-on-one and let's see what you going to do. Like, and it's like, bro, come on. Like, you don't even know what goes on in the music process. And like I said, I'm more than just the artist. I make music solely because I love what goes into the process. Like, you wouldn't even last a day in my shoes. Outside of music, you don't even know what it is that I do. Like, 4 hours of sleep a night, 7 days a week. I get 28 hours of sleep on average because I'm consumed by so much stuff that I'm passionate about. Like, what are you passionate about? Is that why that you telling me to quit? Is because you haven't found your passion yet? You still looking for it? Is that why? Man, especially for people who, my black people, it's like, y'all see me, and I get a lot of hate from black people. And I'm going to tell it to you real. Like, I get a lot of hate from black people. And it's like, man, like, y'all don't want to see your own people succeed? And that's just showing you that it's something internally wrong with you. Like, maybe you haven't found your passion yet. Maybe that's why you're trying to bring that negative energy towards me. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I just love the process of making music. Like, and once I'm done with it, I drop music. I don't drop it for nobody specifically. I just drop it because I want to put it out there. And whoever enjoys it, enjoys it. That's it. Like, I just love the process and what goes on into it. I'm literally, as I'm talking about it, I'm getting in the mood to record. Like, but that leads me to my next point, because my next announcement is I am dropping the mixtape this Thursday, my first EP. I'm excited. And, it's just be a lot of women that just be talking out of their neck. And I'm like, I ain't never need a girl, so don't think that I need it. Finna hit the first time, yeah, as soon as I meet you. While you tryna drink it all like you pay for the leader. I ain't never need a girl, so don't think that I need it. Finna hit the first time, yeah, as soon as I meet you. While you tryna drink it all like you pay for the leader. Treat you like a straight dog, no, I ain't you keep it, I'll be boning to the morning. As soon as you let open, I see that thing soaking. Now your heart broken, I don't even want it. You can't stand the fact that a nigga doing good and I do it, but my whole could never. I ain't even want to pause it, bro, but I ain't want to give you all the shit before the shit drop. But you just can't stand the fact that a nigga doing good and I do it by my lonely. That's it. That's what it come to, and that's what it is, man. That's like, you can't stand the fact that I'm doing good and I do it by my lonely. That's exactly what it is, man. That's exactly what it is. But like I said, I don't want you to stop hating. I like it. Like, I need the motivation. I have motivation already, but it's always that extra push that I can use. And I need that, So I like it. I wish you and your friends could just keep talking about it, because, and the reason why I haven't said nobody's name specifically is because I don't want to add value to your name. I just want y'all to know, like, when y'all see my stuff on social media and y'all sharing it with your friends, like, damn, this nigga needs to quit. Damn, he's so horrible at rapping. Like, every time you say my name, you adding value to it. So I want you to keep doing that. Like, please keep keep talking about it. Whether it's negative or positive, you're adding value to my name every time you speak it. So please, by all means, keep doing what you're doing. Like, I don't want you to stop. This video is just to inform you of what goes on in the music process, but please keep going. Please keep going. And my other thing I wanted to touch on is like, people today is just so short-minded, man. Like, y'all can't think past tomorrow. Shit, y'all can't even think past today. Like, yes, I'm ride or die with music. Don't get me wrong. I love music. But in a sense, like, I look at myself as a business, and music is just another source of income that I enjoy. So, like, you're telling me to quit music, but, like, where are you working at? And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with a job, but I'm setting myself up for the future. Yes, I might have to work for a couple years or a few years, but this is like a long-term investment for me. Like, I love music. That's one of the reasons why I went away from social media for so long. Is I was building my catalog. So now that I could not make a song for the 3 months straight, and I have enough songs to drop every week. And like I said, these are all built up over time. Like, I cannot make a song for the next 3 months and have something to drop every week if I wanted to. And this is what I was doing when I was away. Like, I was just building my catalog in the zone, not listening to all the noise on social media. That's why I deactivated. Just using what I know, getting better, watching engineers, how to mix a song. Like, y'all don't know the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into this. And you telling me to quit, I'm telling you, it's just adding motivation. It's like, if you want me to quit, you might as well you're better off shutting up, because the more that I hear that, the more that I'm going to keep going. Like, the more that I'm going to keep getting pushed. So, like, if you really want me to quit, you might as well just not say nothing and stop adding value to my name. But let me not say too much. I'm not going to put y'all into game. I'm going to just let y'all keep thinking small-minded. But, like, all this stuff is long-term for me. Like, even when I'm looking at stocks, when we talk about stocks, the best type of investments are long-term investments. A lot of people, when they invest into stocks, they just try to get rich quick and try to make a little money here, and it's possible, but the best type of investments are long-term investments. And that's what music is for me. Yes, like I said, I love music. I'm ride or die music. But this is a long-term investment for me. And it's just another source of income for me. And like I said, within music, you have engineering, you have the recording engineer, the mixing and mastering engineer, and then the artist. So it's like, I'm taking on those 3 roles. I'm not paying for production. I'm not paying to get my song mixed. So any type of revenue that I get on a song is already profit. I'm spending $0 on the song, but I'm gonna let y'all think about that for a minute. And again, I'm not bragging. I'm just explaining to people how this works. And y'all just have to start thinking like that. You have to look at yourself as a business. Like, if you really want to succeed, and I'm not saying like money is the key to happiness or nothing, like, but I do think that money can lead to happiness, because if you have money to take care of your bills, you're not stressing financially. If you're not stressing financially, then you have all this other stuff that you can start worrying about. And it's like, your mind is so free from trying to pay the next bills. Now you're good. And, it wouldn't be a complete video if I didn't talk about stocks. So for the investments of the week, remember last week I told y'all about ICHR and lithium. And ICHR, I'm up 56% right now. Think about that. And this was last week when I recommended the investment. If you would have put $1,000 into ICHR, let's just put it into perspective. If you would have put $1,000 into ICHR on the option trade, you would have been up 56% right now. I'm gonna let y'all do the math on that. But the stock that I have to recommend this week is a few recommendations. It's a few sectors. So the first sector that I'm looking at is cloud computing. Stuff like Zoom and Zscaler and companies like those, Dropbox. This is going to be the new wave. Like, people are going to be working from home. Cloud computing, I think, is going to take off. Like I said, this pandemic started something it's a new era that we finna be living in. And as we transition, especially our generation, I think it's best that we establish these long-term investments right now, because it's basically like, y'all remember, y'all got to stop thinking short-minded and small-minded. Like, we got to set ourselves up for the future. We talking like 5 to 20 years from now. And if you start just treating this as a retirement account and invest whenever you can, like if you get a check once a month, then try to invest into the stock market once a month. And you have your FANG companies like Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google that you can invest into every month, and you know they're going to give you some type of return. And yes, those are expensive stocks, but those are just examples. If you actually do research on stocks and invest into the future, like cloud computing, I'm pretty sure by the time like 5 to 10 years, it's going to be a crazy return. And I don't think cloud computing is going nowhere. I think a lot of people are going to see the value in cloud computing, because you don't have to catch flights from across the countries when you can just hop on the Zoom meeting and meet with employees and just discuss whatever you have to discuss. And based off of the cloud computing, I'm looking into cyber defense as well, because let's say we both work for a company for Apple and we're in the meeting. I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about some very confidential stuff that we don't want this information to get released to the public. We want to make sure this information is secure. So basically, your cyber defense companies are companies who protect your information and make sure you're on secure lines and make sure nothing fishy is going on, make sure nobody's trying to hack into your network and stuff. So the cloud computing ETF that I would recommend is COLU, and the cyber defense ETF that I would recommend is called HACK, HACK. And y'all can do your own research into the companies that exist inside their portfolio. I'm still doing research as well, but man, I've just seen so many opportunities this few weeks for you to buy, especially on tech, because the market has been going through a little correction, and a lot of tech stocks have been dropping. And I look at it as like, man, a lot of people were selling their portfolios and, taking their profits and stuff because they got scared because a lot of tech stocks were dropping. But I look at it as an opportunity to buy, man. All these stocks on discount, y'all. Like, Tesla's on a hella discount right now. Like, it's a lot of opportunities for y'all to go in there and make money, man. And yes, there is a risk of you losing money, but you have your FANG stocks, like I mentioned earlier. And if you do your research, it's going to be hard for you to lose money. Now, with that being said, stocks do have bad months. They have bad months, bad weeks. So, stocks are going to fall, stocks are going to rise. That's just the nature of the game. But like I said, long-term investments over the year is going to keep growing and going to keep growing if you have smart investments and just keep up with the company news and make sure, the company that you invest into ain't having a fallout or nothing. And the other last sector that I want to get into is the cannabis sector. And I don't know if y'all know, but New York is this close to legalizing marijuana. And when we talk about New York, man, it's like, that's another Cali, man. Like, the most expensive place to live in the United States. So it's like, if they finna legalize marijuana and the population that they have in New York and the kind of culture that they have in New York, y'all better get in on it, man. I'm telling you. And the ticker symbol for the ETF for cannabis that I looked at was THCX. And if you look at their portfolio, they have a lot of solid cannabis companies. And like I said, y'all could do your own research, and I'm just giving you recommendations because there's so much money to be made in the stock market. If you go and profit off of the company that I profit off of, that's not going to affect me. Like, there's so much money to be made in the stock market, we could all eat. And that's including my haters, man. The ones that's telling me to quit. Like, go do something. Go do something. And don't just sit here on your phone all day criticizing me when you could be making money. Like, that's not just how it should work. But that's the video for today. Don't forget, I am dropping the mixtape. I plan to do it on Thursday, depending how I'm feeling. The song that I showed y'all will be on there. Shout out to Q for doing the cover art, man. He was a real help. Shout out to Cab shout out to Matrix. Shout out to Daro, the producers, man. And, I'm excited for what's going to come in the future. So y'all just stay tuned and keep me motivated, man, for real.